everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Erica and I make videos all about making and selling candles. If you guys want to check out what my Etsy shop looks like, or if you want to see any of my merch designs, go ahead and check out the first links in the description box below. But today's video, you guys, my most highly requested, highly asked question I think I have ever received. And I apologize firsthand that this video is going up so late into the summer. I think we only have maybe a month of summer left, but better late than never, honestly. I wanted to test out shipping myself before I made a video on it. As you guys may or may not know, this is my first year in business. This is my first summer in business. So I have not had any previous experience about shipping in the summer. So I hope you guys forgive me for having this video, be uploaded so late. But I really hope that my small tips in this video can help you guys. So we are going to be packing some orders together, just a few of them, not all of them. I do have quite a few orders in my Etsy shop, but we're only going to be packaging up 3 today, just so I can really take my time and show you guys how I package everything up in the summertime. So first one that we are going to be packaging up is this one right here. So this one is Sunday Brunch. And so I'm just going to be talking you guys through the mindset when you guys are shipping in the summer and things that you should be paying attention to. Also websites where you can purchase some things to hopefully keep your candles and your wax melts cool during shipment. So first things first is that I will only ship Monday through Wednesday now. So I will only ship those 3 days at the beginning of the week. I just feel like this takes away a higher probability of it sitting in a warehouse or a truck on a Sunday because I do use priority. So that is another tip for you guys is use priority, which is going to be 1 to 3 day shipping. Now, with the UPS and USPS and all the postal service right now, they are taking forever to drop off packages. I actually had a customer reach out to me who purchased from me over a week ago, and their item is lost in transit. So that's great. So things will happen like that, so you do have to try to prepare as much as possible for those things to happen. I had heard somebody talk about only shipping Monday through Wednesday. I thought it was a really good idea, so I decided to do that as well in the summertime. Once it stops being so hot, I will probably go back to regular shipping times and not really worrying about it, even shipping out on Saturdays. Because I don't mind shipping out on Saturdays. But that is just something for you guys to be aware of, is just make sure you are trying to think of how long is this going to take to the customer? Is it going to sit in a warehouse? Is it going to sit in a truck? So that is why I chose to ship only Monday through Wednesday. So what I did just now is I just took obviously my little tissue paper and I wrapped it up burrito style around my candle, and I have a little thank you sticker that I made to put on here. And now we are actually going to be wrapping this up with a special bubble wrap. So this is the portion of the shipping process that is specific to the summertime shipping. So I hope this doesn't blind you guys on camera, but this is called a Cool Shield Thermal Bubble Wrap. So I get this from Uline. Everything will be linked in the description box below just so you guys can find it yourselves and be able to get it if you guys want to check it out. I have been kind of back and forth on whether or not I wanted to use this or wanted to use the cool packs that you put in the freezer and then put in with your orders. I chose to do this because I felt like it would have a better effect for the package that I use. So I use pretty small boxes that are only designed to fit the candle and have a little bit of extra space for padding and for the little peanuts that I add in there. So I didn't think that adding something else in there was going to really be able to work for my specific package. However, I have heard really good things about those, that they help to keep the item cool, especially if it's only being in transit for a few days. So what I do at this point is, let me actually show you guys what it looks like. So it's a regular gigantic roll of bubble wrap, and I just cut it maybe about 4 inches from the side right here, and then it's about 12 inches across. So it is, I'm just guessing this is about 4 inches, I'm not too sure, but about 4 by 12 right here. And for the size jars that I use, which are the 13.5 ounce Cali jars from California Candle Supply, I'm actually able to wrap this completely around the candle. So I just take it, and as you can see, it wraps pretty much perfectly around it. And then I just take a little piece of tape and I secure it so that the entire candle is coated in this cool shield. And you can even feel it to the touch. It's cool, especially when you touch this whole thing. I mean, it's not cold, but you can kind of feel that in certain areas when you're touching it, it definitely has that coolness to it. So that is what I've been doing for the summer to prevent my candles from melting. And I have actually had some feedback from somebody who purchases a lot of candles from me. She has been amazing with being so supportive of me. And she actually sent me a photo of what her candle looked like after 4 days in transit. And that was one of the candles that I used this Cool Shield bubble wrap on. And I will insert a picture right here so you can see what the top of the candle looked like when it arrived. And I was so excited when she sent me that photo. She says it was in excellent condition and that it wasn't melted, it was perfect. And honestly, that made me so happy. So what I do from there is obviously I just take a little bit of that bubble wrap. So this is just an eco recycled bubble wrap, and I will wrap it around there. And I have noticed that with that extra little layer of the Cool Shield bubble wrap, I don't have to use as much of this one as I used to. So I do use a little bit less of that one. And then now in the corners, I will just take these little packing peanuts and I will put about 3 in each of the 4 corners just to make it less movable. So I don't want as much room to where when you shake it, you don't really want to hear anything. And these are actually, I'm not going to be packaging this up entirely right this second just because my computer decided not to work. So I don't have the shipping labels printed out. So I'm going to leave these open, but obviously when you're done with it, you can close it up and tape it down. But I'm going to leave that part out. And I did just add in a thank you card in there as well to the sides. And a lot of people do ask what size thank you cards I use. I get these from Target and they are 5 by 3.5. So they fit really well. I did get some thank you cards that were 4 by 6 and that's the size of this box. So they fit really snug and sometimes they're hard to get in. So I really do like the smaller ones that I get from Target that are the 3.5 by 5. So once I get this all in here, this is what it looks like at the top. And I take a little sample and I put that on top. Oh, these ones, you guys probably want to see what this looks like. So I need to make the front of it a little bit better, but these are just single clamshell molds for samples. I get them from, I think it's called allwhitecandles.com. And I think you have to get like 480 of them at a time, but I have so many of them now, so I'm not running out anytime soon. And then from there, I just do a little shake test. I don't hear anything. And I will take this right here, which is just my brand sticker that I decided to start adding on there. And I will put it onto the side and wrap it up and then be able to tape it down. Something else I wanted to mention in this video is that you guys also have to be aware that all waxes have a different melt point. So there are some waxes where the melt point is at like 115 degrees. And if you are shipping to an area that's already, let's say 105 degrees, and it's sitting in a mailbox that can get up to probably 120 degrees, it has a higher probability of that candle melting. So that's also something for you guys to consider. And if you don't know what the melt point of your candle is, or of your candle wax that you're using, I would definitely look into that because especially in the summertime, as we know, that is such a big issue and something that we are wanting to make sure that our candles are not going to show up all liquefied and melted. So that is definitely something to consider when you guys are choosing your candle wax. Also, I've had a lot of people recently ask me how or what size is my green tissue paper that I use. And I get it from Uline, and I believe it is 20 inches by 30 inches. But what I do is I actually do kind of like a custom size. So with that size at 20 by 30, I will cut off a third of it. So this is what a third of it looks like. And I'll use this for my wax melts. And then the other 2/3 is that size that you just saw me use right now for the candles, and I'll use them for the candles. So it was a little bit too big for my candles. It felt like there was just so much tissue paper, and then I didn't know what to do with my tarts. So I figured that cutting it the third off and using 2/3 and then 1/3, it works out perfectly. Then we're gonna grab another little sample, put this in here, and then take the thank you. And then this one I actually forgot to put on my candle care stickers. So I did talk about this in a previous video before, but I've been printing out candle care stickers instead of having candle care cards made, and I would just put it into the thank you card. So this allows me to save money, a lot of money, on an extra card that will probably be thrown away. I know a lot of people probably are just like, well, the thank you card's gonna be thrown away too. True, but they might be more inclined to read it in a thank you card than they would if it was just another random card in there. So I get all of my labels from Online Labels, and I decided to go with matte because it's cheaper and I just like the way it looks. I feel like it looks better on the matte white paper when I put it in there. I have been really liking this a lot, and it's super cheap. I think it's about 2 cents a sticker. Also, I don't want to jinx myself, but packaging up my candles this way, I've only had one arrive in poor condition, so I've only had one break during transit. I feel like this has been a really good way for me to ship out my candles. It keeps them protected, and I've only had an issue that one time. Shake test and branding. One of these days I really want to get those cute little white mailers, but I've looked into them and they just seem so pricey. So maybe one day, or maybe when I do like a bundle or something, I'll be able to have those when I do bundle deals. Now we're gonna do an order of wax melts. So this was something that I honestly didn't think I was gonna need to add in the Cool Shield bubble wrap in until I shipped out a wax melt to one of my friends, and she said that it arrived pretty much completely melted. Not completely melted, but you guys know what I mean. Super soft, you can't get it out of the package. So that made me really nervous, and I decided to start adding a little strip of the bubble wrap over my wax melts as well when I ship them. So I wrap them up pretty much the same way that I do with my candles. So I just take it and I wrap it up like that, pull this over. I put in one of my little thank you stickers on top. And then from there, I will put the bubble wrap over, and I will do it like that. So I will just have it folded over along the sides and then tape it up. And of course, I mean, yeah, is this the prettiest thing ever? No, I mean, it is kind of because it's shiny, but it's not the cutest packaging, but I would rather have my wax melts and my candles arrive in good condition than in super pretty fancy packaging condition. I'm totally just jealous of everybody that can do fancy packaging and still have it arrive in really good condition. But side note, I actually am changing up the way I do it, and now I put the Cool Shield bubble wrap against the actual candle or the wax melt, and then I wrap it up in the green tissue paper, and then I put the bubble wrap over it. I just think it looks better than having the Cool Shield over the green tissue paper. So just wanted to throw that in there. And then I will take a little bit of the bubble wrap, which again, this is kind of what I do with the Cool Shield bubble wrap for my candles. That's about as wide as I like to cut it, and it's 12 inches long. So then I just wrap it around it. And again, that's something else for you guys to be thinking about, is if the items, the shipping items that you guys want to use in terms of packing materials, if the dimensions or whatever it is don't fit what you're looking for, you guys can always cut around it. I mean, don't look at the bubble wrap that's perforated. So for instance, this one is perforated every 12 inches. So it's basically like 12 by 12, so it's a square, but that doesn't really work for me. So I cut and do whatever I want to. You don't have to use the perforated area. that's just something to think about, because I know that when I was actually looking into purchasing tissue paper, I had no idea what size to get, no idea what size. And now I know that for my items that I use, it actually ended up being perfect, and it actually ended up working out really well because I was able to cut to the perfect size that I needed for each of my items that I sell. So again, I really hope that this video helps some of you guys out. Again, I apologize that I put this out so late into the summertime, but we did go through a really bad heat wave here in Southern California. It got up to about, I think it was almost 110 degrees, 108, 109, somewhere around there. And it really made me start to think, okay, I really need to start thinking about having my candles melt, and what if they do melt, because you never know how long they're gonna be sitting in somebody's mailbox for. So I just kind of wanted to learn before I talked about it. I didn't want to just mention something in this video and have you guys go do it and have it not work. I wanted to test it out for myself. So hearing that feedback from my friends and knowing that it didn't actually melt, that made me feel a lot better. And I haven't gotten any complaints at all. So there's that. But I really hope this video helped you guys, just kind of seeing how I package my orders in the summertime. If you guys have any further questions, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. If you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, as well as subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And don't forget to follow me over on Instagram at MemoryBoxCandleCo. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.